main story as the lead for the late news. Get Andy to do a VO. Don't argue with me, Rebecca. Didn't you hear the way my mom stood up to the judge? Yes, she did sign a release. I do not need a lecture on journalistic integrity. This is your job, and your job depends on good ratings. Now air it.
Oh, I'm so glad I found you. There's a really big problem I gotta talk to you about, okay?
Well, I'm sure you can handle it because I can't right now, okay?
Well, what's going on? Did you get more news on Paulina?
No, she's still in a coma.
I'm so sorry. I know any problem right now is nothing compared
She's
to
gonna be okay.
I know. And I also want you to know that anything you need, okay? Just say it and you got it.
Well, you can tell me when this hell is gonna be over.
I wish I could. Come here.
Listen, what's your problem?
Well,
What's your
you
problem?
Sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Just tell me. It'll
All right.
distract me
Joey
from
Lawrence
other
can't
stuff.
make his appearance next week.
You're kidding me.
No.
He signed a contract.
Well,
What are you
there's
talking-
an out, and he's going to use it. It has something to do with him having to be on the coast because it conflicts with his taping schedule.
All right. I'll talk to his agent, and we'll fly him out in the afternoon, get him home by dinner.
No
I'll
go.
spring for it.
No go. I talked to
What?
them. They're not going to budge.
Damn it, I do not need this right now.
I know that, and I also know that you were hoping the affiliates would pick up the program.
Yeah, who was going to get Jam Session in the syndication market and
I know
pump
that.
some money into this deadbeat
so let's
place?
talk about what we can do now. Let's do that.
Never fear.
Donna,
Whatever the problem is, I can
where the
fix
hell
it.
have you been for 2 days?
I've been in the real world, darling, and believe me, it's hell out there. Hello, Jenna.
Care to
Hello.
compare your hell to mine?
Donna, can I just tell you, a lot's been going on around here, so if you have something to say, it would be best to just say it.
All right. I have solved KBAY's financial problems. Gather round. This is going to starch your sock.
Victoria, how can you destroy his world when you are his world?
Well, I told him it was getting bigger.
Oh, I don't understand that.
It's baby. Bridget, I'm pregnant.
Oh,
Okay, now wait.
My.
Now, just wait a minute before you start dancing on the table.
always has been my favorite child, but I want to hold a little baby in
Bridget,
my
but this
arms
baby
and-
wasn't exactly planned.
It
you
was
know.
conceived in love, my dear. That's all that matters.
No, just wait a minute. Wait.
Victoria, what is it? What's the matter? Victoria?
This baby could be Grant's.
The senator?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. I hope it isn't, but
I think I better go and sit down.
you go like a tranquilizer,
Oh,
right?
dear, this child becomes very complicated.
Oh, I'm kidding.
Oh, dear.
Bridget, you should have seen the look on Ryan's face. He was so excited. He was going to be a father. He was going to do all the right things, you know, all the things that Spencer never did. And then, you know, pow, he heard Grant's name right in the kisser. The look on his face just broke my heart.
Oh, dear, I can understand
You know,
that.
and then he had to sit there and listen to me tell him about how I had to sleep with his brother, how it was the only way I could escape. He tried to hide it, but I saw such anger in his eyes. And then there was disappointment. I mean, that was the worst part of all. And then he just got up and he walked out.
Oh, dear, I'm so sorry. Oh, dear.
Talk about great timing, right? The guy wants to take me out for a burger and I drop an A-bomb in his salad.
No, look, Ryan's going to be back because he loves you,
What
dear.
if I've ruined everything? What if I've spoiled everything there ever was between us? Ryan? Just tell him I called. Yeah, thanks for getting back to me. You too. Ryan hasn't been at work all day long.
Well, at least the captain knows you're looking for him.
If I would have kept my big mouth shut, he would have been home by now.
You know how lies destroy.
But I should have waited until I was sure.
Yes, how long? Months?
No, days. Days. I had a test called an internal sonogram.
Oh, that'd be good enough.
Yes, they measure how long the baby is, and by that they can tell when it was conceived. There was some time between, so I would know.
Well, then you're going to know soon. Isn't that wonderful? Then you don't have to upset yourself by asking all these terrible questions.
I know that. I'm just saying I should have waited. Could I have waited? No. I just had to go run and tell Ryan now. It's so stupid. Why am I so stupid? Why?
Will you stop punishing yourself for making a right decision? Even it was painful.
Richard, you know that you're the only one I could ever tell everything to anyway.
Oh, I know, dear, but...
And sometimes, when I was a little girl,
Oh.
I could just crawl right in here and you would make everything all right.
Mm-hmm.
I know I shouldn't say this, but sometimes I wish we could even go back to Lassiter.
Oh, Victoria, come on now. You must never do that. I mean, you mustn't even think of it, dear.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Those kind of wishes don't even come true.
Oh, come on now, wishes do come true. You got your wish. You got Ryan.
He never wants to speak to me again.
Oh, Victoria, I've had enough of this. I want you to stand up right now and stop it. Now, there's a very good chance that this child is going to be Ryan's.
I would love it if this baby was Ryan's.
Oh, can you imagine what a happy home this is going to be? Oh, it'll be wonderful.
I don't know. I just can't help thinking, what if it's Grant's, though? I mean, it's going to be so confusing for Ryan. I don't know what he's going to do.
Well, he's going to be very happy that you told him the truth, dear. And he'd never walk away from a child. You know that, and I can promise you that. Oh, come on now. Let's have a cup of tea and some of those sugar cookies I made. Well, it always made you feel better, didn't it? Oh, no, look who's here.
Uh-huh. Who is this young man? Say the magic word cookies and look who appears. Come here. Would you like me to read you a bedtime story?
Ryan.
Well, you know what? Ryan's not here right now. So why don't you go upstairs and pick out a big book with a lot of pictures in it? And Mommy will read you the story in a little while, okay? Then we'll come downstairs and we'll have cookies. Okay? Okay, run upstairs. I'll meet you. I love you.
And I love you, Lassie. Go along now.
Hey. It's amazing, isn't it? Bottle of warm milk, warm place to sleep, and boom, out they go.
Only if they feel safe and loved.
If it matters.
If what matters?
Who raises them? Suppose a kid grows up with a mother and a father who love them but didn't actually conceive them. Do you think it makes a difference?
Vicky told you, didn't she?
Yeah. Right before I walked away from her.
Ryan, she just wanted you to know the truth. That was very important to her.
Marley, you should have seen it. It was... Here's Vicky making herself tell me how Grant practically forced himself on her. There she is, pulling together the courage to tell me the truth, and old gutless wonder here decides to take a hike.
Are you angry with her?
No. No, I mean, it's not her fault. I mean, she's the one who's been hurt by all this.
I'm sure she'd like to hear that from you.
But Grant's another matter. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to forgive him for what he did to her.
You know, Ryan, this baby very well could be yours.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I could be a father, or I could be an uncle.
Well, why don't you concentrate on being a father?
Well, see, that's just the kicker here. Having a child is supposed to be the most amazing thing to ever happen between two people who love each other. I mean, you're happy. You go out, you buy things like a crib or little booties or little tiny T-shirts for someone that you've never even met. I mean, why can't it be that way for us? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, please.
No.
No, I understand.
I don't give me another reason to kick myself for being a moron today. I know how badly you wanted to have a baby.
You're right, I did. But I didn't want to just have a baby. I wanted to have my baby.
Certainly tried hard enough.
Yeah, I tried for years. And when I couldn't get pregnant, I felt depressed and angry. Couldn't even look into a mirror without feeling like an incredible failure. Ryan, it ruined my marriage.
So do you still want to have one? No. Do you want to have a kid of your own?
You know something? I figure if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. But now look at me. I have dozens of children who need all the love I can give them.
That should be enough.
That's enough, yes. You know, it's just that I see every child as a gift. And if you can just open your heart to love them unconditionally, it can be one of the most permanent and powerful... Look, I'm not telling you how you should feel or what you should do.
No. I just don't know if I'm ready to deal with all of this.
Why don't you let Vicky help you figure it out?
Good idea. Keep an eye on my girl for me, okay?
Yes, sir. I was just going to go check on her.